Oh, you snuck in there quickly, eh?
Like the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Yeah, something like that. Listen, yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, me and Ivan is not gonna interfere with, or try and not interfere with the commentating.
Right.
We're going to be live, so you can hear us.
Yes.
So you can talk to us in between.
Yeah. If you want to hear something,
Promise that we won't swear.
yes. And then
Good to
the
know.
other thing is, once I get a follow on my channel or something like that, I will then unmute or say thank you for the follow and things like that. But I will not try and interrupt you. And if someone asks me a message on my channel, then I'll respond to it as soon as I can get a gap.
That's fine.
And my stream is also live now.
Has anybody got a mic? Yeah, but mic is not in there at all.
Can you invite Mike also there? I don't know. As soon as
Apparently
it's
the
in the
links
log,
up
I'll
the
invite
cars.
Yeah, it's fine. You can tell Dion you can be in a McLaren.
Dion must take which corner?
The McLaren. Yeah, I'm just gonna say yes to his message. I think Uncle Folly was supposed to be in the McLaren. But it's fine.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier in the group chat earlier, I like the team names.
Thanks.
Interesting, eh?
Yeah, they are quite interesting.
I probably sound silly for asking this, but is this season 2 or still season 1?
It is officially season 2, but our first season was a 50% race. So
Right.
it is actually season 2, but it's our first 100% season.
So officially it's season 2 of this league.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, let's ready up.
Yeah. Also, who's this Toning Sphinx 763 guy?
Okay, that is my party chat for my stream.
Ah, right.
Yes. That's how I get all the voices through on my PC.
Noted.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. as you guys can see, we're about to start our second race.
Yeah, it is round 2 of this second season of the Online Racing League for South Africa. And last time out in Australia, it was Mike Awesome of Team Pacemakers that came out with the win. And his teammate Sickly Disc managing to round up the points, so a full 26 points for Team Pacemakers. But it was Team TGTRS, comprising of Tamer Curve and Gary Braddon. Tamer Curve getting not just third place but also the fastest lap as well. So he ended up getting 16 points on that occasion. So 22 points. It's 22 points for Drunken Masters as well. Dean Carlo Tanash.
You can just call him Dean.
Yeah. Dean from Drunken Masters got second place. And like I said, Tamer Curve got third, rounding up the podium. In the Teams Championships, these team names are fantastic. I've got to read them out. Pacemakers at the top with 26 points. TGTRS with 22 points, as well as Drunken Masters, both teams tied for second place in the championship. Checkered Flag and JR Racing, both tied for fourth with 12 points. And then you've got Team AI with 8 points. And then Villakazi, Aces Racing, Dean McQueen's, and Legends yet to score. But it's still early stages in the season. We've got a massive 18 drivers here for this evening's race. We are in the Middle East, and it is Bahrain that plays host to this evening's race. Round 2 of this already exciting championship. Just based on the team names alone, I was saying to some of the guys earlier, I really like the team names. So this first part of qualifying, as we all know, it's an elimination-based qualifying system. It is going to be the slowest 3 cars that are going to be eliminated from qualifying here. And something is up with my audio. I cannot hear the cars whatsoever. That is a little concerning. I shall see what the issue is. Everything is up to scratch, and yes, everything is there. Yeah. Yep, I cannot hear the cars whatsoever, which is slightly concerning.
So you want to tell me in the last update they fixed the overpowered chopper, but they removed the sound of the spectators?
Well, at the night when I was screaming with Jerry and guys.
Yeah. And
all fun and good.
Folly already gets a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with one of the drivers on the track, and that being Alberts. Yeah, and so I'm looking at this Afriki. It turns out he actually went out on the wet tyres, which is I'm not sure what the purpose of those. What the purpose of that tyre.
That is the second race in a row that he's doing that.
I say no idea what the purpose of that tyre choice was. So it sounds like we've got ourselves a running gag throughout this season. We are with McQueen. I wonder if his first name's Lightning, but nevertheless, in the yeah, he's. So we've got a few majority of the drivers on the soft tyres. We've got a handful on the mediums, and only one driver who's yet to come out onto the track. Our race winner last time out in Australia, Mike Awesome. We've got a few times in already. 130.5 from Vape Lord, Sickly Disc 130.224, and Labies 130.03, 200ths faster than Sickly Disc. But McQueen now coming round the final corner as Gary Braddon sets his time at 1:31.0, puts him fourth. McQueen 31.1, puts him fifth at the moment. Here we've got Alberts coming through the final sequence of corners. He's got a couple of corners and a couple of straights to negotiate. Yellow flags in sector 2 already. Nevertheless, comes down the straight. He's got one corner left to do. And he comes, there's the DRS wide open across the line. 31.3 puts him sixth. Zunaid with a 31.8. Yellow flags in sector 2. The yellow flags just appear and then they just disappear relatively quickly, just for somebody running wide. Mishy Bubbles 31.093. There's not much in it between 4th and 7th. There's like 3/10 in it. And and Mishy almost spins it out of turns 1 and 2. He manages to keep it on the track. And we've got Tamer Curve now. Interestingly, on the mediums, I think that's a strategy call from his team to try and maintain as many of the softer compounds as possible. But he's looking great. He's looking great. He's looking very quick. 31's at 130.093 puts him just over a 10th ahead of Labies. And on the mediums, that's a very, very strong lap from him. That's definitely going to give him a boost and potentially an advantage heading into the later part of qualifying should he make it through. And Winterish responds with a 130.070. And the top 5 separated by just half a second. There is not much in it. And now here comes Afriki. Very slow round turn 10.
Bahrain became the 3rd country to host a race like the floodlights in 2014.
We've got 8 drivers yet to set a time. Mike Awesome still in the pits. But it looks like Afriki is just getting himself warmed up for his lap. We're about halfway through the session already. And it's the tyres we've got. It's the three hardest tyre compounds that we have: the C3, C2, and C1. What on earth is going on? So he's not using. Now, Afriki is not using the ERS. Now, that's interesting. Why he wouldn't be using ERS is beyond me. But, see what happens. Yellow flags in sectors 2 and 3. One's obviously spun it. We've got Whistler, Jakes, and 40 all out on flying laps right now. As is Alberts and Winterish as well. We've got a few drivers on their outlaps as well. We're approaching halfway through the session. 40, Afriki and J Potty are the only drivers, other drivers that are in the danger zone of elimination. Is Afriki actually going to get a time in or not? But we'll wait and see what happens. Sector time's not looking spectacular. He goes slightly wide on the final corner. But across the line he's looking a lot faster. And oh, here he goes. Now he's going for a flying lap. He was just using a couple of laps to get himself warmed up.
In a thrilling race that set up a fierce three-year rivalry that will continue between them. You may be wondering how the circuit keeps the...
There we go. And Jakes, first man to go under 90 seconds, a 1:29.992. That is a great lap from him. He's definitely looking so much faster. I mean, I think he used those 2 warm-up laps. He used them to very good effect. Slightly wide, and he's looking good so far. He'll definitely be shooting up the board, without a doubt. And with Mike Olsen, Whistler and J Potty left in the danger zone. And Afriki in the pits. I'm very surprised. I would have thought he would at least try to improve his lap, but it's not the case. And Mike Olsen, 1:30.978. J Potty coming across the line now, 1:31.300. So it's Jakes, 40, Winterish, Tamer Curve, Labies. And as I see that, Labies goes fast. It's a 1:26.35. That is a brilliant lap from him. Absolutely brilliant lap from him. Oh, goodness knows how he managed to pull that one out the bag. And now here's Whistler on his outlap, getting ready for his flying lap. There's about 5 minutes to go. Folly, Afriki and Whistler in the danger zone, and oh, hang on, something's happened to Vape Lord. What on earth has happened to him? He spun it, and he's put it in the wall. That means Vape Lord is out of the session.
Bahrain proudly became the first country in the Middle East to host the Formula One Grand Prix in 2004, with the United Arab Emirates
Unbelievable.
following suit in 2009.
That is not what he would have wanted to happen. But nevertheless, that is going to pretty much put Vape Lord out of qualifying. Whistler coming round turn 10 now. He's definitely looking quick. His time will certainly,
being his highest position to date.
his time is certainly going to put Vape Lord into the elimination zone, and he's not going to be advancing any further because he crashed and he's out of the session. Whistler, he's definitely looking quick across the line. A 1:30.296. I mean, that is.
State in the Formula One Grand Prix, with the sole exception being in 2010, when the endurance layout was used.
But somehow Vape Lord's still in that 15th position for some reason. And Mike Awesome has retired as well. It looks not looking good. Got 2 people out of qualifying already. Here's our Freaky, he's looking very quick, he's much quicker, it's a 31.5, not enough to get out of the elimination zone.
Opened the Formula One season on 2 occasions. First in 2006, and then again in 2010. Typically, Bahrain can be started anywhere between the 2nd and 4th race.
About a minute to go. Zunaid and Foley are not going to have time to get out to do another lap, which means they are both going to be out of this part of qualifying. Albert isn't going to improve. Big question here is, can Afriki improve? Oh, Albert's is cutting it fine. Albert's definitely cutting it fine. And Afriki is in the pits. He's going to be eliminated as well. And again, I would have thought he would have tried to improve his lap, but apparently not the case. So that's Afriki, Zunaid, and Foley. Unless Foley can somehow I mean, look where he is on the track. He's not gonna. Look where he is on the track. He's not gonna get a lap in time. He's not gonna get round. He's at turn 10. There's only 5 seconds left. He came out far too late. Which means Alberts is safe into the next part of qualifying. How's about that? So it's Afriki, Zunaid, and Folly all out of this part of qualifying.
Several drivers have won the Bahrain Grand Prix here over
Whistler's the only man out on a lap right now, as well as Jay Potty. But Whistler is happy. Jay Potty's just coming to the pits, as has Whistler. They know they're both safe into qualifying 2.
Sergio Perez had a podium with Force India at Bahrain in 2014. Their best result up to that point, with the exception of a second place podium back in 2009 at the Belgian Grand Prix. You may be wondering how the circuit keeps the track free of sand during the Grand Prix weekend. An adhesive is actually sprayed around 70
Now, I mean, bearing in mind, folks, it's a little bit difficult to try and get any sort of feedback due to the fact that the fact that we cannot hear the cars whatsoever. But nevertheless, on to qualifying 2. So it looks like Mike just retired from the session because he was happy with what he did. Albert's first out, and it's going to be the slowest 4 cars from this part of qualifying. Majority of the drivers out on the track right now. And with this second part of qualifying, if you make it through to the top 10, the tyres you set your fastest lap on will be the tyres you start the race on.
Okay, I've just lost my game sound as well.
And
That is so strange.
Yeah, and I didn't have any issues with the sound when I was doing the time trials earlier.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Like now, I had sound in the garage, but as soon as I left, there was no game sound at all. Oh my word.
Oh, commentating on the race is going to be fun today. But nevertheless, we're with Alberts now. And he sets the first lap of the day, 1:30.6. Well, first lap of this part of qualifying. It's a great opening lap from him. Mike Awesome, a 1:30.8. On the hard tyres, that's a really good lap from him. Got 5 drivers that have set laps already. Sickly Disc, Alberts, Gary Braddon now, Mike Awesome, Jakes and Jay Potty. And Tamer Curve gets one in a 1:36.4. You won't be overly concerned about that. Albert's in the pits now. And whoa! What just happened there? That, I believe, was... What was it? We've got Dean, who goes fastest at 1:29.970.
Yeah, I've got no idea why the game sound would just disappear like that.
That is really bizarre.
Dude, I've got no idea. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's just... What the hell is happening?
Well, to quote Simon and Garfunkel, it's the sound of silence at the moment.
And it's very strange. It feels like I can just well take my headphones off and race without them. It doesn't feel comfortable.
Doesn't
And
feel
like I said, I
right.
can hear background noises like there's
the PA,
the PA
pit lane.
system. That's the word I'm looking for. So. Yes, and I can hear birds chirping on the background, things like that. But the car sound is just completely gone.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, Yapi, it's probably just a bug in the game, but the problem is we had an update for the game during the week, which was freaking almost 8 gigs big. And one of the things that they fixed was the chopper was apparently too fast. So the chopper in the sky was overpowered. And they actually fixed it, but now they broke the game sound. Kenji, I don't know. Who complains about the chopper being too fast? That does not make sense.
I know that's one of those things where you just like it makes no sense to complain about something that doesn't affect the gameplay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can hear the mechanics working on the car, but I can't hear the car. That's so strange.
Yeah. And Jakes has just got a grid penalty for illegal blocking as well while all this is happening. And McQueen has just spun out.
Yeah, and again, it's still gone. I really cannot. I can't explain it.
Well, Winterish goes fourth with a 130.3. Labies is out on a lap as well. The people in the elimination zone right now are Jakes, McQueen, Mishi, and Labies, but he's not set a lap time yet. And we've got 2.5 minutes to go. And the order as it stands at the moment is Tamer Curve just gone fastest with a 129.8. Fori second, Dean third, Winterish fourth, Labies fifth, J Potty sixth, Sickly Disc seventh, Gary Braddon eighth, Whistler ninth, and Albert's rounding up the top 10, leaving Mike Awesome, Jakes, McQueen, and Mishy all in the elimination zone. Right, I've just had a suggestion come through in the group chat suggesting that I quit to the main menu and try and join the lobby again.
That might work.
Well, I mean, it's worth a shot. Oh, I'll give it a try just now. And then it'll be a case of... Right, join game. And there we go. I've managed to get it fixed on my end. Whew. There we go. So, Mike Awesome has been eliminated as Jakes, McQueen, and Mishy all on laps right now. Alberts is now in the eliminations, and there we go. Alberts, Mishy, Mike Awesome, and McQueen all out of this second part of qualifying.
I missed it by 0.1 of a second.
Albert's just missing out by 0.008. Mishy missing out by just over a tenth. There wasn't much in it there. So Fori, Winterish, Labies, Jakes and Winterish all starting on the mediums, meaning they're going to have a longer first stint. But Jake is going to have a grid penalty heading into the race. So it's Tamer Curve, Gary Braddon, Fori, Dean, Winterish, Labies, J Potty, Sickly Disc, Jakes, and Whistler all advancing to the top 10 shootouts.
Well, I have to say, on the cooldown lap there, the car sound was back. I've got no idea what's going on.
This is definitely a bug that needs to be fixed.
Okay, and my sound is gone again, and you will not believe where I am streaming from. I was just in the Haas garage. at the back. No, I'm gonna check now if my game sound's not back, then I'm also gonna quit out and try and join back in.
Fingers crossed. Oh,
It sounds like it's back.
and it's gone
Yeah.
again on my end. I can hear it on. I can hear it on your end.
But you can't hear it on your end. Oh, this game.
This is, to quote Lemon Grab, unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree. It is unacceptable. We've got Winterish and J Potty still in the pits.
That's good to know.
And then all the others are out on outlaps.
There we go. It's just J Potty that's in the pits right now.
No, that's true. We've got Gary coming through the second last corner, about to start a fast lap. Oh, and we've got a horse going out
Yeah, that's J Potty.
wide on the first course. Okay, he came out of the pit, so he just went straight out of the way. And Gary having a solid first sector.
We're on the Taylor curve right now, 28.3 for his first sector.
Yeah, Gary opening the DRS in the second sector. And the back straight coming through the long left-hander and then sweeping into the right. Coming through to finish sector 2, 107.058. Coming up to the last corner. As that, 60 disc with a 129.5.
A great lap from him. Sickly, 29.5.
Gary
29.3.
with the fastest.
29.3. Fantastic lap from him. 29.2 from Dean. Where are these lap times coming from?
And Taylor Curve with 29.5.
Dean 29.2. Gary 29.3. Taylor Curve 29.5. Sickly Curve 29.56. Forey 29.7. Laby's 29.8. There's 6/10 in it.
That's 6 drivers. Make that 7 drivers.
Whistler 29.872. There is 8/10 between the top 7. At 6/10, just over half a second.
And Winterish is coming to finish his lap. And that is a 1 minute 30.4.
Jake's with a 1:30.6.
Okay, Potty into the second sector now. Coming up to the hairpin. Opening the DRS in the back straight.
definitely
Let's see
looking
what
quick.
his time is. Coming over the second sector, 108.9. That is slower than what he would have wanted. Oh, Gary with a 5-place grid penalty.
Collision with Fori.
Gliding
Oh,
with 3.
we've had a lot of grid penalties throughout qualifying so far. J Potty, not the time we would have wanted, but it's a 131.2. What this does mean, though, is that some of these drivers are not going to be starting in the top 10 if they qualify lower than 5th.
That is going to be unfortunate for them. Well, at this stage, Gary looks like he's going to start 7th or 8th.
And J Potty spun it. Manages to keep it out of the wall somehow.
Okay, we've got Dean out, going to start another lap. Oh, these are actually already on a lap. Let's see if he can improve on his current lap. Like it's 3/10 down on his lap on the second sector.
Sickly Disc and Labies out on an out lap.
Sickly Disc going to start his next lap now. And we've got Libby's also out on track on an out lap. Hello, Simple. So Sickly has just matched his first sector.
It's going to make things very interesting to see how he manages to respond for the rest of the lap. Nez's teammate Gary Braddon. Oh no, wait, hang on.
Giving him a flip. Sickly coming through to the end of the second sector. His teammates let him through. And he is 2/10 up on that. That's much better lap from him. Well, that will put him in second position if it carries on like this.
Well, actually, as it turns out, despite Gary Braddon and Sickly Disc being in the same car, they're not actually in the same team.
And Sickly Disc goes second with a 29.251.
He's 300.
Oh, and Libby's has lost it. On the second last corner, he's lost it.
Unbelievable. And it looks like Sickly's happy with how he's done.
Oh my word, Zibis will not be too happy about that. Let's see, is he going to try another lap? Yes, he's going to try another lap.
He's going to go for it again.
Well, he has to with the time that's left. He can't go into the pits and come back out again.
Exactly, there's no time to do that.
I'm on board here with Libby, so I want to
Dean's
see
out.
what he does.
Yeah, Dean's out on a lap, Gary's still on a lap, Tamer Curve's on a lap, Levy's, Whistler and Jakes are all out on a lap. Winter
Okay,
is on
so
an out lap.
Libby's just went 0.3 up on his fastest lap on the first sector. Let's see what he does through the rest of the track.
And at that pace, he could push himself up into the top 5, maybe even the top 4, if he's fast enough. He looks okay through turns 10 and 11. What's his second
Well,
time
we're
gonna
coming
be?
up to the corner that he's lost it. Let's see, he's keeping it a bit wider than the previous
much better.
round.
He's 4
And
tenths
he's
up.
0.4 up.
He's 4 tenths up. He's looking quick. He might even challenge for a top 3 place here. Tamer Curve 250. And that puts him second for now. 1,000.
0.001.
Ball's gonna. What?
He's going second.
Rabies with a 129.226. And if he's lucky, he might have time for one more lap. Where on earth did that come from? There is 3 tenths separating pole and 6th. That's how close it is right now. Meanwhile, here's Dean.
We've got Gary 0.2 up.
He's a
Gary
quarter.
might grab pole position here.
Gary's a quarter of a second up. Comes round the final corner. Nice and clean.
Open the DRS.
What's he gonna do? He's done it! 29.075! Are you kidding me? But don't count Dean out just yet. He's 2 tenths up. He might still get it.
Oh my word, and Gary's got a 5-place grip penalty.
Which means Gary's not going to start on pole regardless.
The 12th. What is Dean doing here?
DRS is open.
Dean with the
129 on the dot.
Oh my word.
And Levy's is nowhere near. Nowhere near. Dean,
Jakes is the only one on the. Jakes is still on the lap. No, Jakes is coming into the pits.
Dean, right at the death, takes pole position.
Yo, oh my word. That is an exciting. I mean, it's a half a second between first and 5th. That is unbelievably close. Oh my word.
The top 6 are separated by just half a second. Well, actually, the top 5 separated by a quarter of a second.
That's way too close for comfort.
That is going to make this a very exciting race. Right, so here are the standings. It's Dean on pole. Gary got second, but he's going to go down to 7th, which means it'll be Levy's in 2nd, Tamer Curve 4th, 3rd, Sickly Disc, then Jakes, then it'll be Gary. Well, actually, it'll be Forey who'll go up as well. Gary 7th, then Winterish, then Whistler and J Posse, and that's your top 10.
Wow, that is some close racing right there. Okay, so we were supposed to take a bit of a break.
Right. And white have drivers started to ready up.
Oh my word, I'm not in the right. Well, luckily I got my tires changed just in time.
That was a bit too close. Right. Let's see.
What the fuck? That guy gets a like.
Did you lose your game sound again?
And I now can't get back in.
Oh my word.
Just my luck.
Okay, I've got everyone stuck on the starting line. Kenji, are you having a black screen?
I don't have a black screen at the moment. All I've got is it's ready up, spectate. Oh, there we go. Hopefully I can get in.
Okay, I've got everyone stuck on the grid.
So stuck on the grid, no formation lap.
Well, mine counted down, and I'm doing a formation lap, but everyone else is stuck in no man's land on the racing line or on their grid positions.
Set up a fierce 3-year rivalry that will continue between them.
Oh, that is some weird stuff.
Expect highs of a much cooler but still unforgiving 29 degrees during the Bahrain Grand Prix. Bahrain proudly became the first country in the Middle East to host the Formula One Grand Prix in 2004, with the United Arab Emirates following suit in 2009.
I really don't hope we need to
Several
restart
drivers
it.
have won the Bahrain Grand Prix here over 2 consecutive seasons, and these include Fernando Alonso, Felipe Massa, Sebastian Vettel, and Lewis Hamilton.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Ferrari have had far and
Okay,
away
that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
had another win this year, but they'll surely be nervous looking at the competition around them. Drivers making it to the podium today won't be spraying champagne as is traditional. Instead, rosewater is provided. Despite Sebastian Vettel winning more times here than any other driver, Lewis Hamilton has actually stood on the Bahrain podium on more occasions than any other Formula One driver. Lewis has finished first, second, and third multiple times.
Okay.
Since beginning his F1 career, Lewis Hamilton has never retired from a race at the Bahrain International Circuit. The Bahrain Grand Prix has opened the Formula One season on 2 occasions. First in 2006, and then again in 2010. Typically, Bahrain can be started anywhere between the 2nd and 4th races of the calendar. Today's race will see drivers
Oh my word.
covering a distance of just under 310 kilometers. Interestingly, during the inaugural Bahrain Grand Prix back in 2004, the track was actually 5 meters longer.
Okay, did anyone take a screenshot of the qualifying positions? We might have to quit out and set the grid on manually.
Which reminds me, how do you manage? How do you get the grid to be set manually in the F1 games? I wasn't even aware that was possible.
On in the setup, you can actually do it.
Oh, right.
Winter, just hold on. I'm gonna let me and Zunaid quit out and join back in.
Right. Give me 2 seconds. Right, we're meant to have
Is it
18,
working?
but we're meant to have 18 drivers, but it looks like 15th place is missing, and we're missing 18th as well. It's supposed to be 18 drivers, but
Kenzie, is it going in now?
oh, heads up!
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, that's the formation. Yeah, it's the formation lap. Yeah.
So it looks like I can't take control of my car. We're gonna have to restart. Kenzie, we are gonna restart the whole lobby.
Right, so, but well, luckily I've got the. Luckily during the formation lap, I managed to get a list of the qualifying standings.
Okay, so you've got the qualify. Okay, then we can actually set it on manual then.
Yeah. The only positions I'm missing.
Can you? Yeah.
Well, the only position. I'm only missing 15th position. That's the only position I'm missing.
Okay, we'll have a look at it now. Listen here, guys. Kenzie's got a screenshot of the positions. We can set it on manual grid.
And that way we don't need to worry about doing everything again.
Yeah, because they were thinking of doing a one-shot quali.
But then that wouldn't be fair on those that managed to get good grid positions.
Exactly. Can you share that picture on the admin group?
Sure thing. Right, that's
Everyone that's just joined in, we are busy getting the lobby right again. There was a bit of an issue regarding the race start. This gives me a chance to quickly run through the guys that followed the channel since my last offline. So we've got Venji that has followed. Thank you, Venji, for the follow there. We've got the Lemons. Thank you for your follow. I really appreciate it. And then A50 Gaming 2. Thank you for your follow. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Please take note. The guy that is up first for those two gets a right band.
Potty, we're gonna try and set it up to manual grid. It's just stay calm, buddy. Yeah, sorry man. Ja, as jy dit op one quali gaan one lapper qualifying gaan sit, gaan die ouens klaar. So sit hom eerder op manual grid. Kenzie het dit geshare op die admin group. So check net vir die positions daarso. Right. Thanks man. Bye. Okay, he's just busy quickly sorting out the grid.
Yeah, looks like we're down to 17 drivers now.
I'm not sure who quit out. Let's see now. Oh no, it's because I haven't selected a car yet. That's why. No, we're still just 17. Okay, so we're missing someone. Who are we missing? I'm fully. Oh no, fully is in. Who did we drop out then? Okay, I think the driver that we're missing is Sickly Disc. Can someone please get Sickly Disc into the game?
No, Sickly Disc is in. No, Sickly Disc is in.
In. Okay, then I don't know who we've missed. Because I didn't see his name here now. You know what's gonna happen now? A couple of guys are gonna be caught out on their strategies. Their car setups.
Well, luckily one of the screenshots that I sent actually had the tyres that the drivers were going to be starting on anyway.
No, that's good. So we'll definitely have a look on the restream more. If everyone started on the.
Give the cars as much space as possible today. There's likely to be trouble down into turn 1.
Interestingly, during the inaugural Bahrain Grand Prix back in 2004, the track was actually 5 meters longer before turn 4 was realigned.
And again, someone started.
Unique layout. The Grand Prix circuit in use this weekend has been a mainstay for the Formula One Grand Prix, with the sole exception being in 2010, when the endurance layout was used. Bahrain became the third country to host a race under floodlights in 2014, after Singapore and Abu Dhabi. The shift in start time significantly
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. Boy. To the engagement is okay to start. We're going to put some temperature into the tyres and wait.
We're gonna start dishing out penalties for the next race.
That I am not surprised about.
Yeah, no. So someone readied up when they weren't supposed to ready up.
It'll
So I believe a couple of guys
it'll
might
pick
not
up on
have their.
it'll pick up on the stream who
On the stream.
readied up.
Well, the first race went smooth. I'm surprised this race went so upside down.
Well, that's one way of putting it.
And it's supposed to be the other way around. The first race is supposed to be the nervy one.
Apparently that's not the case.
Well, I'm nervous now. I just want to get through this first corner.
Nevertheless, here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights, and when they go out, it will be race time in Bahrain! A great start there from the Mercedes there, and we've already got a Toro. Oh, one of the Toro Rossos is out! And that's McQueen! Unlucky there from McQueen, it looks like someone else has lost their front wing. Oh my word, all manner of chaos.
Alberts.
Albert is out of the race! One of the red balls has spun! It's Tamer.
There is a lot of damage all over the track right now. I've lost the front wing as well.
We saw Alberts in the background there. And McQueen's out as well. Oh my goodness me. Out in front. We've got J. Potty, Whistler and Mishi all in the pits already. The front wing changes.
Yep, someone had a
Tamer curb in the pits as well.
And it cost me a front wing. Oh, and Tamer Curve has to stack behind me. Oh, he would be disappointed in that.
Stacking the cars is the last thing they could have afforded to do.
Especially changing a wing.
Indeed. Yellow flags in sector 2, someone's gone off. We've got Mike Wilson bearing down on Forey. With relative ease.
Mackenzie, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a great battle here. Mike just getting up into 6th there. We've got Sickly Disc Jeeks. The 3-train scrap, 3-car scrap for 6th place. The back Zunaid dropping back from Afriki.
I'm having a battle here with Jay Potty.
Jay Potty just a second behind. So lap 7 already, and Dean gets past ladies with ease. Sickly there getting a time penalty. For the back, Jake's closing in on Sickly Disc. getting past Sickly Disc without much trouble. Onto lap 8, Dean leading, Lady second, Gary third, Winterish fourth, Corey fifth, Mike sixth, Jake seventh, Sickly eighth, Afriki ninth, Zunaid rounding up the top 10. Then you've got Foley, Mission, Potty, Tamer Curve, and Whistler. Machine, meanwhile, is closing in on Folly. Mishy's going to have DRS. There's not much Folly's going to be able to do. But there you go. Through with ease. Potty trying to hunt Foley down meanwhile. Further ahead. We've got Gary closing the gap on Ladies. Sickly in the pits. The front wing change and onto the hards. He'll be going to the end of the race on those without a doubt. Not really much happening out on track at the moment. So, and as I say that, we've got Folly closing in on Jay Potty. Potty going slightly wide. Can Folly take advantage? Not quite.
Fernando Alonso takes way back to Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. F1
J Potty in the pits.
It's interesting to see that Tamer Curve, after he went to pit the first lap, that he actually put on the soft tires again.
Indeed, that is a very interesting call from him.
He get up to the car ahead.
I know he started on the mediums, but I mean, if you have to pit the first lap, rather put on a set of hards and try and go as deep into the race as possible.
And Afriki's having to change his front wing as we say that.
The question is, how long can the soft tires last?
Well, according to the data that I've managed to research, the soft tyres are set to last between 8 and 18 laps.
Okay.
The mediums, the C2 compound, between 20 and 30 laps, and the hard tyres, the C1, between 29 and 39 laps. So we're looking at least a two-stop strategy here.
No! Oh, and Tamer's gonna have the DRS. No!
Somehow Mission manages to keep. He's going to keep calm. He's going to keep focused, and they touch. This is far too close between these two. But it's Mishi. It's Mishi that's got the DRS. Is he going to take the place? Yes, he is. Oh my! What? What's going on?
Tamer on the inside! Two different tire splits here.
Right battle between these two. Sickly Disc getting past Zunade meanwhile.
No, that was some good wheel-to-wheel battle there with Tamer Curve.
second, Ladies third, Winterish fourth, Fori fifth, Mike sixth, Jake seventh, Sickly eighth, Zunaid ninth, and Tamer Curve rounding up the top 10.
Race winners here have gone on to win the race. And a race of about 10 and the one in Bahrain, 20. Kingdom of Bahrain.
Only with a time penalty. Mike, meanwhile, bearing down on 40, and look at that, he's already got the gap down to half a second, maybe even less. Zunaid in the pits meanwhile. Routine stop for them. Mike got DRS on 40 heading down straight towards turn 11. Can't quite make the move stick on this occasion. Quickly disc in the pits. No doubt for a front wing change. We've got Afriki. Down on Mishi. Bolly in the pits as well, meanwhile. Freaky not quite making it to pass yet.
Right here, Bahrain.
Tamer Curve in the pits now.
Now that's his second pit. I believe he lost it turn 1 again.
That's interesting. And now he's going on to the hards. He'll be trying to go to the end of the race on those. Gary meanwhile gets the fastest lap of the race.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. The gap for the car ahead is 29.3 seconds.
Well, if you guys just joined us, there has been a couple of DNFs in the first 2 laps.
On to lap 21 now. Winterish now in the lead. He's half a second. That gap's closing though. Mike. Gonna try around the outside of turn 1. that's going to be tight. Mike with the time penalty has to give the place back. Mike's still battling with Winterish as we approach half distance. Yellow flags in sector 3. Is Mike gonna get the lead? He is, but Winterish isn't letting him. Winterish isn't gonna let him stop that. Let him take it that easily. And ladies,
Yeah, Libis has crashed out
Oh
of the
my-
session. Yeah,
oh my goodness me, what on earth
he
happened
was
there?
doing so good.
He was leading at one point as well. Where on earth did it all go wrong for him? He lost it out of the. He lost it on the. Lost it through the chicane out of turn 11. That was a real shame for him. No points for him today now, as a result of that. Mike getting past. Winterish meanwhile. Oh, it looks like, oh, hang on a
Oh,
second.
Mike is out of the session.
Oh, he's got technical
Oh, my
issues. That's the sort of
word.
thing he can really do without. He drops down to second. He drops down to third. How many more places is he? How many more places is he going to drop before he manages to fix those technical issues? And the gap between him and Gary, it is closing and closing fast. The sort of thing Mike could have done with that. He won the race last time out in Australia. Doesn't look like today's going to be his day at this rate.
Yeah, Mike is back in.
It looks like he's managed to fix
Question
those
is, how many
technical issues.
positions did he lose?
He only lost 2 positions as a result of those technical issues. So it's not too bad for him. He's still on for a podium position.
Yeah, it's just short of halfway in the race, so he's definitely got the opportunity again to get back up there.
Indeed.
And he's in the McLaren, whereas Winter is in the Williams, and Gary is in a Sauber, or the Alpha.
Antonio Curve manages to get past Jay Potty to get back into the points. 30 laps to go. Yellow flags in sectors 2 and 3. For Foley receiving a time penalty. Whistler with a 5-second time penalty this time around. These time penalties are definitely going to play a pivotal role in the results at this rate.
During the inaugural Bahrain Grand Prix, that was actually 5 minutes longer before turn 4 was realigned.
Jake's battling Winterish for 5th place at the moment as we approach lap 30 of 57. Dean still leading, 3 seconds ahead of Gary, who's 10 seconds ahead of Mike. Mike will be making a pit stop pretty soon. Been on those tyres for about fast approaching 30 laps. The gap between Dean and Gary starting to close now, 2.5 seconds now. Jay Potty in the pits meanwhile, onto the mediums. They'll try and take those to the end of the race. We go after 30 laps on those hard tyres. Mike is in the pits. Goes on to the mediums. Gary with a time penalty. Mike closing in on 5th place at 32.
Now I'm having a boring race here on my own. I've got a bit of front wing damage, but I'm going to try and push it to lap 37 before I pit, because then I can pit on the soft tires and see if I can't go for the fastest lap.
Of course, there is a bonus point for the fastest lap, provided you finish inside the top 10. Posse fastest at the moment, 33.255. Gary in the pits now. And he has just come out onto mediums.
I have to say my pace doesn't feel too bad with front wing damage.
Well, it's 9th place at the moment, but meanwhile, further ahead, Jakes is battling Mike for 5th place. He's got the DRS. Is he going to be close enough to make an overtake? Not on this occasion.
Oh, Michael Wilson out again.
Oh dear, more technical issues for him. That is not what he wanted.
Well, he quickly rejoined again.
This set of boots.
I've got Tamer Curve behind me again.
Be on the surface. You're dropping a second allowed to the cover line. 1 second. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Their best result up to that point was the podium back in 2009 at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And after that, they one and a half.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. The gap to the car ahead is 5.0 seconds. And they're going to box this lap, push hard on the in lap. well. Keep an eye on your distance and the speed limit line as you approach. Make sure you don't speed. Blue flag, blue flag. Release, release. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat up the coast. Let's turn up the EOS deployment and burn some of this energy. Gap to teammate ahead is 37.1 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 12.1 seconds. The gap to the car behind is 8.9 seconds.
Okay, that was a good lap for me.
Incredibly, the lap record here is still held by Pedro Silva.
Just going for a quick stop meanwhile. 15 laps to go after this.
I hope my gamble pays off and that I can finish the race on these set of tires that I'm on now.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see how that plays out.
I left myself with 19 laps to go on the soft tire.
Wish into the pits now.
Now that should be his final stop.
Indeed it is. He'll be taking those tyres through to the end of the race, hopefully.
Well, what tires is he putting on?
He has put on the soft tyres.
Okay, same as me.
Oh, hang on a second. What's happened here? Oh, he's already got front wing damage already.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Really could have gone without.
Okay, clear.
A bit more conservative now. He's on to the mediums.
We're trailing our teammate by 37.3 seconds. You've lost some time to the car behind. Increase ERS deployment. Starting to use some of this charge. That is 7.5 seconds. Engine mode much longer, we're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. Tyre condition seems a-okay to us on the wall here. Let us know if you feel them going off too much. Blue flag, blue flag. We're catching the car ahead. Be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race. The gap to the car ahead is 4.9 seconds. Medium there's 9 laps. Last 34.4. They have a time penalty of 9.0.
During the inaugural Bahrain Grand Prix back in 2004, track was actually 5 minutes longer. The first year in Bahrain.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace. Our gap to the car in front is 4.9 seconds. This is lapping fast and first. 1 second per lap.
Zunaid, who is now out of the race. Let's get out of the chicane. Out of turn 11. 3 laps to go now. The gap between Gary and Mike is less than 2 seconds. Tamer curve. Fastest lap of the race, a 1:30.450. Means he'll get that fastest lap point. Is he going to be able to close the gap? Wait and see what happens. He's got him in sight. He's got Gary in sight. Smooth through turn 10. Enter the final lap of the race. Mike still chasing Gary down despite his tyres being 2 laps older. Is he going to be able to get DRS? Is he going to have a run? He's going to get second place. More few seconds up the road. As you see there we go, just in the back of the shot. Dean. About 10 seconds ahead of this battle. It's been a great start to the season for Dean so far. Yellow flags in sector 3. That doesn't concern our front runners, Dean. Just a few corners away. He managed to get second last time out. But nevertheless, soldiering onwards. Second place in Australia. And depending on time penalties, should be able to take the win comfortably. We'll wait and see what happens. And Dean Carlo Tanash crosses the line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Meanwhile, with this battle for second place, it's not going to be enough. And Gary keeps second place. Mike takes third. First and third, a great start to the season for Mike. Great start to the season. Great start to the season for Dean. And Gary was 7th last time out. Takes second place in this race.
We've still got a great scrap on the way here for 5th, 6th and 7th place. Go. How's it going?
So that's Dean, that's Gary. Now we're just waiting on Mike. It doesn't look like Mike's going to be joining us for the post-race interview.
It was intense, eh? Yeah,
Sounds
so,
like
yeah.
sounds like someone had a proper racing chair and B someone had a proper racing setup in general. like proper driving seat and a proper steering wheel as well. Yeah, I just got a message through from Mike saying he couldn't stay for the interview. So it looks like it's just Dean and Gary, the top two on the podium this evening. We'll start off with Dean first. Dean, congratulations on your win. 2 podiums in a row. Great start to the season for you. Yeah, so not really much else I can ask beyond that. But you managed to keep yourself out of trouble for a majority of the race as well, and starting on pole and converting that to a race win. So again, massive congratulations on your win this evening.
Yeah, I couldn't keep it on for long. I tried the undercut, but it didn't work. You caught up. Oh, that was awesome. Thanks.
But yeah, Gary, okay result in Australia and second place here this evening. Being able to keep Mike from taking that second place from you despite the time penalties. Great performance from you tonight.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks a lot. It was intense, eh? I struggled a lot. This car is very, very slow. Unbelievably slow. And also, I was running also on lean for most of the time. And ERS, it was just running out all the time because this car is so slow. So I have to, the management, I have to use the high modes like quite often to, stay where I am.
Indeed, but still, even at that second place, it was a great performance there. Do you think you'll be able to carry that success over to to China next time out?
I hope so. I think I could. I'm not too sure though. I wasn't expecting such a. Sorry, I wasn't expecting such a. I wasn't expecting second place because this track is quite unique. It's a power circuit. This car doesn't have that much power, so. But yeah, it was. I didn't expect that though.
Indeed, but still, we'll leave it there. Really, not really much else I can say. But like I say, fantastic job on your second place, and we'll see you next time out in China.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Yeah. Yep. And
Shot, thanks. Same to you.
Yeah. And that brings us to the end of this evening's coverage of the Online Racing League for South Africa. Next time out, it will be China, where we had race 1000 in the Formula One earlier this season. And the next time you'll be hearing me on commentary is this weekend for the Talk of the Devil League and the Extreme 1 Racing League. Until then, I'll see you guys again next time. Good night from me. Thanks for watching.